Hi everyone, so welcome to another Would I Buy It? I thought it would be fun to do another sort of casual version of this like I've done before. I really wanted to do an anti-haul, but I'm not purchasing really anything right now, so pretty much everything is an anti-haul. Plus, for me, I feel like anti-hauls, you focus on the negative only. Like, I personally don't like anti-hauls that are like, here are the reasons you could buy this. Here are all the positive reasons why you should buy this thing, and here's a couple of negatives. When I do an anti-haul, I like to focus 100% on the negative things, and I feel like there could be things that I might be interested in. Now, I haven't actually looked at Trendmood on Instagram for a while. Like, I've obviously scrolled through Instagram, and if posts come up on my Instagram, I might look at it or scroll on by, but I haven't actually gone specifically to the page to look and see what's coming out new because I don't want to be tempted by it, so I've just kind of been avoiding it. But I thought this would be fun because people did want to see anti-hauls from me, and I just don't feel like I'm in a place to do them because I don't want to just focus on the negatives. I want to talk about the good and the bad. And when I asked some people for specific things they wanted it to be anti-hauled, people were a little bit shady. Some people wanted to see me anti-haul things that I already purchased and that I really love, and some people wanted to see me anti-haul things that I've talked about wanting to buy. I see what you were doing there. I caught on. There was like warning bells. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. So I just thought that I would do this instead. So I'm going to scroll through Trendmood, which I haven't done in a while, and take you along with me and talk about whether or not I'd buy these things and just my general thoughts on it. So, okay, we're going to start with a big one. The first one I see here is the Morphe James Charles palette. So, okay, there's good and there's bad things about this palette. Will I ever buy this palette? As of right now, I'm saying no. I don't mind Morphe eyeshadows. I've talked about Morphe a few times on my channel. I've reviewed Morphe palettes. I really like the metallic formula of Morphe shadows. I really don't like the mattes. This seems to be a lot of more matte shadows, and there are a lot of colorful shadows, and that's amazing. This palette does look like it has pretty much everything you would possibly want. It has a lot of neutral shades, and it has a lot of colors, and not just a pop or two. There's blue, there's green, there's pink, there's red, there's orange. So you have a lot of things that you could play with. I used to like James Charles. I could watch him sparingly, like in small doses, because he's really high energy, and that exhausts me. I don't like to watch people that are really high energy, or at least not very often, because it just leaves me feeling tired. Like, I want to watch people who are a little bit more calming and relaxing. And so I watched him from time to time, and I think he's very talented. He has such just a natural gift when it comes to makeup. I got really turned off from him when he went on this big Twitter fight with Marlena from Makeup Geek, the whole thing about this documentary, and I don't know, sister stop. Like, I was not into it, and I unsubscribed from him at that point, and like I unfollowed him on Twitter and all that stuff. And when I saw that this palette was coming out, because there's no way to avoid it, I was like, that's interesting, and like, good for him for really creating an artistry palette. Like, I really feel like that's what he's known for, being really creative with makeup and doing all sorts of beautiful things. And then he started reacting to people who were posting reviews on his palette and people who were posting things on various social media platforms and not even tagging him. Like, he's obviously like searching his own name and then fighting back against people and then sending his following after people. Like, not like he's telling them to go, but, you know, when they see him respond to stuff, it's going to show up for them, and then they're going to fight back. I just don't like that. That really irritates me, because it's like, you have, what does he have? He has millions, like 10 million subscribers, something crazy. And to respond to somebody who might have like 10,000 or less, or like even 100,000, even a million, it's still a lot of people to come after someone, and I really didn't like that. Plus, I feel like there's a lot of ass kissing going on with this palette. Just saying, there's a lot of people who are saying a lot of good things because they want to be retweeted. They want to have their video shared with his large following. So there's a lot of people who I feel like aren't being 100% truthful. I feel like a lot of people seem to be glossing over some of the problems with it. And if there are problems that they find or things that they don't like about it, then all of a sudden James comes out with his army, his sisters, to get his back. And so, yeah. So there's a lot that could be said about this whole situation, but I think that about covers it. So would I buy that? No. I see some stuff from Colourpop. They have some holiday 2018 stuff. I wanted to purchase from Colourpop before I started my no buy. I really wanted to replace a whole bunch of stuff that I had, and then I decided not to, and I kind of wish that I had, but at the same time, I can live without this stuff. You know, a lot of the stuff I wasn't even using. Like, I decluttered my Super Shock shadows. I see a Super Shock shadow vault which seems like a huge waste of money because those things don't last very long. I mean, I'm sure some people really go through them, but it takes a long time for just one, let alone a vault. I see what else is there. Lip bundles, which I think are a pretty good deal in general if you would use the shades. Sometimes I feel like it's a fairly diverse group of shades, which works for some people if you like everything. But I know when I look at bundles for lip products, I'm like, how many red shades are in here? Like, you know, fire engine red shades. I'm not going to wear those, or at least very sparingly. So it kind of takes the value down for me. I like when they separate bundles into color families for me personally, like a nude bundle, a vampy kind of bundle, a red bundle. And I know that's not really the thing for everyone because some people want, like I said, everything, but that's just me personally, which is why I tend to avoid the vaults, even if they are a better value price-wise. Like, I would rather spend the money and get 3 lip products full price that I would use than spend the same price and get 5 lip products but still only use those 3. Like, because the other 2 is just clutter. MAC has a set of Fix Plus, which looks really interesting. Little minis. So it's 3 mini scents of Fix Plus, and it's $24, I guess, American. Fix Plus Rose, Lavender, and Coconut. I probably wouldn't like the coconut. I'm not crazy about coconut scent in general. And I feel like I'd get tired of scented stuff spraying on my face. All the time, the way that I use Fix Plus. Like, I love my Fix Plus, but I like the original the best. Beautylish Sonia G brushes. Wow, those look beautiful. Those look like the kind of brushes that I would love. Hand bound by master craftsmen in Japan, plush natural bristles for control and precision. So it's a maple handle. Wow, those look beautiful. Honestly, I feel like it's really worth it to invest in brushes. I've never tried these particular kinds before, but I have purchased Hakuhodo brushes, I've purchased Wayne Goss brushes, and let me tell you, game changer. I find that a lot of the brushes that are fairly easily accessible, as in brushes you find at the drugstore, and even brushes you would find at Sephora or at MAC, tend to be fairly standard in size and in shape. And I feel like when you have sort of unusual eyes, like eyes that aren't just like crazy amounts of lid space, you need different size brushes. And that's the thing that made the biggest difference for me, was having smaller crease brushes, smaller detail brushes, things that were smaller instead of like a MAC 217, which is pretty classic and I will use it from time to time, but it's so large and my eye space is so minimal that it overwhelms it, and then I end up with product where I don't want it to be. And it's something that I'm still working on, and I feel like I still need a few brushes to fill in the gap, but that's just my little PSA, is that brushes over products, because you can do a lot with the products you already have if you have brushes that work better for your situation. So that brush set is appealing to me. I see KKW, Kim Kardashian's brand, has a holiday collection, Glam Bible Smoky Volume 1. Okay, so that's perfect Kim Kardashian branding right there, but would I buy it? Absolutely not. I'm definitely not a Kardashian person. Despite, like, I see so many people who really worship them and completely follow their makeup routines and like try and look like them, and like beautiful. I honestly think they are some of the most beautiful people that I have ever seen, and I know some of it's, you know, not God-given, but they're still beautiful, and this is definitely a Kardashian girl set. The smoky eye and the lashes and the mascara and the very neutral and smoky, and not for me, but I can see the appeal. So Colourpop and Disney. Yes, Colourpop again. I think it's such a cute idea. I think it's such a beautiful collection of products, and I really love Disney stuff, but I can easily pass on this. Like, I love Disney, but I'm not obsessed with Disney. So it's not like I would want these things because I'm such a Disney fangirl, which I can see why people would want it. Like, they're the collections after their favorite princesses. But for me, it's kind of an easy pass. So Kylie Cosmetics has collaborated with Kim Kardashian again. There are some new lip products. It looks like a variety of formulas this time. There's a gloss, a velvet, and 2 mattes. So I actually ended up getting some of the velvet products before because my sister passed them on to me, and I really love them. I actually really like the velvet formula, and I liked the colors, those nudes. These particular shades are much deeper, so not shades that I would wear very often. So plus it's a variety of things. I have tried all of the Kylie formulas, the gloss, the velvets, and the matte, and I do like all three of them and actually use them fairly often. There's actually like a Kylie gloss in my bag right now. I should show the makeup contents of my bag sometime because it's like 15 different lip products. But anyway, I do like the formula of these, but again, it's an easy pass because I have a lot of colors that are like this anyway that I just don't use very often because I'm not a person who wears a lot of lipstick. On a daily basis, if I wear lipstick, it's usually a very light nude color, and I've been into more gloss lately anyway. So moving on, I see from Juvia's Place 2 highlighters, Heroin Glow 1 and 2. Really good price, $14.50 each, or both for $28. They look beautiful. I really enjoy Juvia's Place products in general, but I don't need any new highlighters. And I don't know what the formula is like. It's kind of a hard thing with like online brands, and I'm pretty sure Juvia's Place doesn't allow returns. Now, if you ordered it from Ulta, I'm pretty sure you could return, I think, if it really turned out to be something that didn't work well with your skin type, because sometimes with powder highlighters, they just don't apply the way that you want them to. Like sometimes they just, it's not the right texture, but they do, like in the pan, look beautiful. This is so much stuff that I just haven't even noticed before. A lot of advertisements for sales. Honestly though, if you wouldn't buy it at full price, do you really need all this stuff? Maybe it's just my no-buy speaking, but I don't get all the people who are like, I have to buy all of this stuff now because it's 50% off. I was like, but are you actually going to use it? I know from my experience and from watching other people's experiences as well, people will haul like $300 worth of product and a lot of it goes untouched, or they use it for like a couple of weeks because it's the new shiny thing, and then it just gets pushed aside and eventually decluttered. And a lot of the stuff that's on sale is on sale for a reason. Like there's definitely some genuine sales, but sometimes there's stuff that go on sale because they're trying to get rid of it. So anyway, my little rant. So Too Faced has another Glow Job mask. Lovely. I mean, it's pretty, the silver glitter thing. So I actually got the Glam Glow glitter mask, the My Little Pony one, because Sephora had it. You could trade in like 1,000 points or something for it, so I did because I have like a crazy amount of points because I never trade them in for anything anymore. So I got that mask, and glitter will stick to my face. Even when I peel the mask off, there's still little glitter pieces on my face, which I don't mind, but it's really hard to get those glitter pieces off. So I don't know why they would do that for a face mask for any reason beside people would post it on social media. Like, oh, look at my face covered in glitter, haha, so funny, but then you're struggling trying to get it off afterwards. I know I've mentioned the Marc Jacobs leopard collection before, but I still really want it, mostly because of the name. Not gonna lie, I love the names of the products. It is straight up RuPaul's Drag Race for most of it. I just love it so much. I would buy it for that reason, but I don't think I would ever use it that much. Buxom has, I believe, looks like a highlighter. Oh, it's a collaboration with Shay Mitchell. She's one of their spokespeople, isn't she? I don't know. All I can think of her is when she was demonstrating how to take off her eye makeup and she wasn't even like touching her eye and she had like the Snapchat filter on. I don't like celebrities getting into the whole YouTube influencer thing because they kind of already are. So then they just are doing stuff on social media as well, and they are instantly spokesmodels because they have such a huge following, and a lot of it doesn't seem very genuine to me. Like, it's a different thing having someone be in a commercial on TV where it's like, obviously this actor or actress is being paid to do this thing where they're promoting this product, and then it's a different thing having them trying to be like super relatable, talking to people and being like, hey, I'm just like one of you guys, buy these products I recommend. It's just kind of icky. I feel like I've just become a lot more aware of things now that I've taken a few steps back from YouTube and stuff. I just notice a lot more things from large and small channels and things that people say and do, and there's a lot of people who are very, very manipulative, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. I see a special compact from Becca for Year of the Pig, which will be coming out January 1st. So I see the light pink shade with the pig imprint in it, and then there's some white, and then there's like a bronzy shade. It looks like something you could mix together for a beautiful glow. I really like Becca products. Now, Year of the Pig doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Year of the Dragon is my year. If this was Year of the Dragon coming up, I might be in trouble, but that's a thing that I think will look pretty maybe people will buy it because it looks pretty, but it's one of those things I wouldn't even really want to use that much. I don't really like when brands have beautiful, intricate patterns on the product itself, because it really almost encourages you not to use it because you don't want to wipe away the imprint. So there's good and there's bad about it, I guess. If you wanted to have it for like a collector's thing, take photos of it, it would be a really beautiful thing, but I wouldn't want to use it to wipe away the pattern. So there's a lot of repeat stuff. Has this been a thing? This is like a thing with Trendmood. There's just like the same stuff popping up over and over and over again. E.l.f. Cosmetics has a jelly highlighter in different shades. Is this a new thing? These jelly highlighters? I've seen them a few times. They kind of seem strange to me, but I guess it's just another name for a cream highlighter. They look interesting. I like, oh, you can mix it into foundation. So that's interesting to me. It says it can be worn alone, over makeup, or mixed into foundation. I really don't get when they say products can be used alone. Like, I can't picture somebody with absolutely no makeup on and just like a lot of glitter on their cheeks. But mixed into foundation sounds pretty interesting to me. I like that E.l.f. seems to be coming out with more products. These like look pretty. Who knows though? Something that I'd be curious to try at some point. I will probably wrap this up pretty soon because I tend to talk a lot in these videos. But I see Juvia Cosmetics has an electric eyes palette, which looks beautiful. That is a beautiful arrangement of shadows. Honestly, I really like the direction things are going in right now. I feel like it took a very long time to get here because I remember being really excited to see more like greens and purples and blues at the end of last year. And now we're at the end of 2018, and I feel like now going into 2019, we're gonna see all those cooler colors. Like this looks like it has a silver, there's purple, there's blue, there's green. So it looks like a very different color story than what we've seen a lot of over the last year. I've definitely noticed a lot more interesting things with palettes. Like the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Session palette looks like my kind of palette. It's got golds and it's got green and it's got blues, like the exact colors that I love to use, which is why I love the Natasha Denona gold palette. It's just, you look at my favorite shadows, the kind of things that I love using, and it's golds and it's greens and it's blues. Those are just the color combinations that I personally like on myself. Like if something was to happen to all of my makeup and I had to repurchase new things, like the first things I would have to have are green and blue and gold eyeshadow, because I like putting like green in the inner corner and gold on the lid, or blue all over the lid and gold in the inner corner, and like I just like that color combination personally. It's something that just really appeals to me because it's some of my favorite colors, and this palette, I would buy this. 100% I would buy this. Like I absolutely don't need to buy it because I have a lot of these shadows already, but I like that it comes in this collection all together with everything that I would need to create a look with the shades that I like. Plus they look beautiful. It's hard to say what they actually perform like because swatches are so unreliable without swatching them yourself. Even when you watch other people swatch things, it's hard to know what they're doing, but it looks really promising. So that is definitely something that I would buy. 100%. Glow Recipe has an avocado melt sleeping mask, which sounds amazing. I love sleeping masks. I love night creams. I love anything I can slather on my face before I go to bed. I love that. There's something really relaxing about having a routine like that, and I love trying new things. I love the color green, and I love avocado. Like I love the smell of avocado. There's something really appealing about that. I could see myself buying this because I'm just a nighttime skincare junkie. I'm really terrible with skincare in the morning. Really terrible. But nighttime, I can do the whole thing. The Jeffree Star Alien palette, so I'm just gonna say I like the color story of it a lot. I'm not gonna buy Jeffree Star. And there are a lot of dupes for these shades. A lot of really close dupes. The thing is, if you like something from a brand you don't want to buy from, do some Google searches. Google it. Honestly, like Alien palette dupes, whatever lip product dupes. A lot of people have already done the work and have already found the things that dupe it, so you don't have to do the searching yourself. I really like this assortment of shadows. It really speaks to me, and I like Alien packaging. Reminds me of when aliens were a really big thing in like the mid-90s, and I had like all kinds of Alien keychains and weird decorations that I bought at Claire's. But anyway, I'm not buying Jeffree Star, but I do like the colors he chose. All right, so we're just getting into a lot of repeat things that I've already talked about, so I feel like this is a good place to end it. This was a lot of fun. I didn't even know about some of these products, or I'd only heard about them sort of vaguely from other people's videos and other people talking about what they wanted or what they didn't want. So it's just interesting to really look at what's coming out, and it's interesting now having a very different perspective of being like, I'm not even tempted at all. Like, I really don't need this stuff. And when I look around at all the stuff that I have, it's like I really have more than enough. And I have a lot of things that could dupe these things. Maybe not necessarily in products that could be purchased individually, but things that I have that could dupe it. I get asked all the time to do like dupes and to talk about things that I could use in place of things, but a lot of it would be from old palettes or things that I am mixing together, not necessarily things that's like, here's what I'd recommend, here's like a single shadow, go buy this. I also don't want to do that anyway, because I feel like it's more fun to use what you have. People get so distracted by the new pretty shiny thing that they don't realize that they wouldn't actually use the new pretty shiny thing. They just want it because they're afraid of missing out on something that they might like. And I definitely have a very different perspective now than I did even just like a month ago. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Let me know if you have any video requests, anything else you would like to see from me. I love hearing from you. Thank you once again, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.